Hello guys and welcome back to Coast to Climax, and today we are doing another episode on Will It Flop, and today we have got the one, the only, the Luke O'Neill.
Hello.
Are you doing alright?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. So today we've got Hyperia. Obviously it did start testing the other day. Lots of thoughts and feelings about it. Yeah, what do you think of Hyperia?
Too short. And that's the end of the episode, guys. No, in all seriousness, it does look good. I am excited to ride it on opening day, but I'm not as hyped as everyone else is. I'm just keeping my hype level at a medium because I don't want to overhype myself. Because then, like I say, I think what the issue is it's its duration. When I saw it go around the track the other day, my thing was put to bed immediately because I knew it was going to be too short, and that theory was put to bed when I saw it testing 45 seconds.
Yeah.
But I think the elements do look crazy. That first drop is going to be like nothing we've ever had before. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It is quite short, and yeah, when we was watching it going around, obviously, with it being its first test run, it's going to be run even quicker, so it's going to be even shorter just in that alone. And I feel like you're going to go over the first drop, and it's going to be over. You're going to be straight back in the station. A lot of queuing for something that is very short, which is quite a common thing with Thorpe. All of their rides are extremely short.
Apart from Ghost Train, which is 16 minutes long, so I can commend them for that at least. But I mean, I'm very excited. Let's just say I was excited for another coaster more. But you know, we move on. It'd be nice to have another Mac ride in the UK for sure. So I do like Icon, and I do like Mac rides in general. So to have them on board with Thorpe is hopefully maybe it might be a relationship we might build up with in the future with Thorpe. They might deal with more coasters with them. Who knows?
Well, that's what I'm hoping, is that they are going to get together. They will do good. If you haven't seen, I did do a whole Planet Coaster creation of what I think's next. That was a Mac ride. I based that on Hyperia being good, and they will work with Mac again. And if they do, I could see something better happening. But it's just short. It's just, although the elements look good, I think it is going to be like Stealth. You hop on, you go up, you're down, and you're back in the station before you can even process what's going on. And that's what a lot of people have been saying as well, is the duration. If you could add anything to Hyperia, what would you add?
Make it longer for sure. And add more theming as well. That's something that's been missed out as well. And add more queue line theming, because the fact that you're going to be queuing like a wild animal enclosure in a cage doesn't scream out theming to me. But apparently there's some stuff in the station which we don't know about yet. Probably be a smoke machine that will last 1 week, and then they forgot to put more fuel in it. But you know, we'll find out on open day. I'm looking forward to riding it, but I think there's going to be a lot of disappointment from general public people who queue many hours and then kind of go, "Oh, is that it?"
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be hearing that day a word. The questions are a lot on open day. Is that it?
Yeah, 100% agree, 100%. I mean, obviously the height of it is tall, but it is just it's just the length of it. There's just not much going on for it. And obviously you brought up as well the station. They are no longer showing what's going on in the station. But I think the way they done it for Nemesis was great, because they actually had something to show. The whole theme for Nemesis itself was great. And I think for Hyperia, where the budget is cut so much on theming, I think it will just be, maybe there's a poster up in the station and that's all you're getting, or maybe they might have a single light that'll flicker once every few weeks, and the fog machine that will go off and not work after opening day. Like, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, and everyone's going to get themselves hyped up to find out what is in the station, and then it just be nothing. Maybe just some gold cladding, and they're going to leave it as that. A bit like what they have done for the rest of the theming of Hyperia.
Yeah, I do have to commend the people that made the station. It is the best looking shed I've ever seen. They're going to do my garden outside. I love it so much. And it's even going to have some wings on there. And, you know, I've got my own little Hyperia shed in the back garden. You know, I can't wait.
That is brilliant. That is so true. It does look like a garden shed. Well,
if they're struggling for landscaping, they can get there some, put some brakes in there, and then when the rides broke down, just get some guests out there, do a bit of hoeing, plant some power
get
pots,
cracking on
it'd
the
be
work. Come
great.
on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure that the ones from Minifigure Speedway, they still haven't finished their landscaping yet, so I think they're desperate for people.
That was so bad looking at minifigure speedway though. Seeing how
Yeah,
that.
let's bring back Ground Force, everyone.
Yeah. Well, so what do you think then about the trains? Obviously, we had the train reveal the other day. What do you think about them? Obviously, they've got some form of theming, at least more than what I think the station's going to have. Yeah, what do you think of the trains? How they look?
I looked at the trains and I was just kind of like, oh, they look like ones that are icon, like for Pleasure Beach. They've just put them in golds. No, they look okay. Obviously, Marinette would just lap bar, no seatbelt. I was quite impressed with the fact that they said they're not going to have a seatbelt, which is quite impressive. So, just going to have to pull your harness. That's it. You're good to go. Done.
I think for the GP as well, that the no seatbelt is going to make a big difference with GP. It's going to make them a lot more scared. Obviously, the seatbelts don't really do anything. They're just more of like a 20th fail-safe. But
yeah,
in terms of
exactly.
the GP, I think people do prefer seatbelt. And seeing the height and scale of Hyperia with no seatbelt, I think that's definitely going to bring in a lot more fear for the GP.
Let's just face it, yeah. Because I mean, I think they're probably the safest things to have is just put the harness down. The seatbelt doesn't really do much, and just sitting there between these people on the going. I just want to say, a roller coaster without a seatbelt is actually really unsafe. And then I'm like, you go on Saw, you don't have a seatbelt on that, do you?
Yeah.
So, and the smiler, and they're like, oh, I like the rides. I'm like, yes.
It'll help a lot with operations as well.
Yes.
Operationally, it'll help
yeah.
so much. Because think how much time is wasted by people struggling to put their seatbelts in. Like, it will just be slam it down and you're in. No.
Yeah, well, I hope the fact that they haven't been working yet, but obviously Nemesis and Inferno, I think Colossus and Saw have one. And Stealth think they have the pre-boarding instructions, but they don't work yet. But I think hopefully Hyperia will have one. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, it's trying to boost operations a bit, but I think operations ain't going to be too much of an issue because of how short the ride is. You're going to set off and then you're going to be back around. They could have just run it on one train. I mean, you're going to be in and out. By the time the last train exits the station, the first train's going to be straight back in. It's going to be very, very quick operations. Well, I'm hoping anyway.
But it's a Mac ride, so they're known for having fantastic operations. If they're not into Europa Park, they have probably the best operations. So I think operations are going to be fantastic.
Yeah, 100%. I'm hoping so anyway. I mean, I'm hoping it'll be similar to what Nemesis was on opening day, where they were just smashing through the trains, and not going to be like some other rides are like, when they like to take their time.
So a Smiler seems to be one. I don't know if it's just me. Why does a Smiler take so long? That also gets a massive queue. Don't get me started on Oblivion. Jesus.
Oh yeah, sitting on the brake front for 20 years.
Exactly.
There's more trains on Oblivion than I think any other coaster that's ever existed. I mean, why do you need 6 trains for a ride that just has a drop?
I'm gonna ask next time if I can take my packed lunch on board, so I can just have it on the boat run.
Some suntan lotion, get a tan out while you're on there.
Yeah, exactly. I've got to go. Excuse me, 2 parts of Guinness over here, please.
It is like
that.
that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm hoping Hyperia won't be like that. I don't think it will be. It shouldn't be.
No, then like Nemesis, when it broke down, it wasn't broke down for 5-10 minutes max. They were pretty quick at getting them trains out still.
Yeah.
But it should be fine.
Yeah, with such a highly anticipated opening day, they're gonna try their best to make it as good as they can. Obviously, it's gonna be just full of enthusiasts, and enthusiasts are very judgmental, so it will be all eyes trying to get it as good as they can. With such big hype over Hyperia, they're gonna have to try and smash something out.
Yeah, and then it'd be interesting to see if they extend the opening hours, because they've been kept that very close to their chest. Because a lot of people are asking, what time you guys open till? And they said, you'll just have to find out. So hoping 7-8 o'clock, do you reckon, opening day?
I'm hoping to get a late ride on it. So it's not going to be a night ride because it won't get dark until probably about 9-10 o'clock. But hopefully a
No.
late ride. I'd like a late ride on Hyperia.
Sunset ride would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be cool, especially on opening day. I mean, one big concern I have about the opening day is everyone getting there, because everyone's going to be crowded there early morning. Obviously, security is a massive issue with getting people through. You're queuing just to get through security before you even get into the park, and then queuing for Hyperia. So I don't know what they're going to do. If they're going to do what they've done for Towers, where they just kind of scrap the security, knowing it's just enthusiasts going to run over to Hyperia, or if they're going to have to open up the park at 9 and just let people run over to Hyperia just to try and get as much people through until 10 o'clock doing all the security checks. I mean, they're going to have to figure something out, because that is really going to be an issue. I think there's going to be thousands of people trying to get through 6-7 security stands, and it's not going to work.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the fact is that it's dangerous even when on a normal day, but when they just don't, the park with the dome is mad. They need to keep them open. It's too dangerous to have that there. So, and the fact is, big difference between Thorpe and Alt Towers. Alt Towers is a massive aged park. Thorpe's tiny compared to Towers.
Yeah. And it's also closed up together as well.
Yeah, so I would recommend, if you're going, just don't be a twat. I know you're excited, just calm down.
Yeah.
Like, we're all going to get on it, so just be careful, please. We don't want anyone hurt.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
I mean,
don't want to see an old lady being trampled on when she's just trying to join a nice day with a grandson, do we?
That will happen, though. You know it. It's going to be on front of BBC.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if hotel guests are going to get an opportunity to get there first. We don't know yet.
I would assume so. I mean, that's why people are really booking hotels to try and get in the queue first.
Yeah. I hope they do communicate better to how these houses do with Nemesis. Whether I think the main gate opened before the hotel guest gate opened. So yeah, that's what I've heard. So I hope they do communicate a bit better.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, I hope. Yeah. If the main gate opens first, then people will be pretty annoyed paying for the hotel to not get priority. Which, when you do pay for that, you do sort of expect that on an opening day, with how much that they do cost. So, fingers crossed they will. Are you getting a shark cabin for the opening of Hyperia?
I said a kiddie first of all to get one of them. No, I did look, and I think that's how I looked. They had it all gone. I was like, well, like it was predictable that I wasn't going to get one. But I'm going to settle in with a Travelodge or a Premier Inn stays instead.
Yeah, I certainly won't be. I'm just going to drive up. I'm going to be leaving very early to get there very early. You know, just get queuing. Is what it is, isn't it?
I'm old. I need sleep.
I can just have a kip in the car. That'll do for me.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so.
Not too bad, but yeah. So, what are you thinking then about? Obviously, the first test runs happened the other day. It did do multiple test runs yesterday, Dave. I don't know if it's done any tests today, but the speed and pacing of it, just watching it, what are you feeling about the pacing of Hyperia?
Well, the lift hill looked like the one on Lightning Rod, didn't it? The way it was going up there.
It went really quick.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the speed it's going to go, or they're just doing it. I don't know. We haven't seen any stoppages yet. I don't know if they're planning on doing them soon. Because normally, when you test rides, I think they do when they stop them, they still just so staff know what to do with an evacuation. So I'd be interested to see that. But the pace of it does look pretty good. Like when it goes slowly over the elements, it does look really good. Especially the overbank turn.
Yeah.
That looked like it had some good pace to it. Yeah. I was surprised with that lifting.
Yeah, it is very quick.
That lifting, but are we on stealth?
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be like 13's launch. It is gonna be a quick one. I mean, I'm not sure with it though. I mean, you've got to think it is gonna run quicker. Just think how Nemesis looked on his first test run compared to on opening day. It was a lot quicker, and that's just gonna bring the ride duration even shorter. It is going to make sure. I think it's going to be a lot more intense. It's going to be that overbank turn. I'm hoping that you're just going to get insane ejector airtime from it. but it is going to be even shorter again. It just goes back to the same thing of the duration of the ride. It is a very short ride.
Yeah, and then it'd be interesting that is the splashdown element happening? Because last time when I went on Sunday, that little water feature that I got at the back, it just looked like they stole that from Shrek's swamp. It was so mucky and dirty, but I presume they're going to filter that out. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if that splashdown element will be still be included in the ride. So I don't know if that's been confirmed yet.
I hope so. I mean, they've done a lot of showing off of it, so I really hope so. I mean, they haven't got long left. They've got just over a month until the opening day. It's really not long, and it still looks like a massive construction site. They've got a lot to do to get all the planting in, to get the queue line all built. They've got so much to do in such little time.
Part of me thinks it might get delayed. I really think it might get delayed, but at the same time, people have booked flights. I've seen Twitter people book flights from America, Europe to come down to go on this coaster. So if they don't get on this ride on the 24th of May,
there's going to be a lot of angry people.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I have a sneaky suspicion. I might be wrong, but I think it might be delayed.
I think it might be as well, but I'm hoping it doesn't. But then I'm hoping it doesn't open like Minifigure did, with it's still looking like a construction site. I mean, when I was running up there was still a worker working on some of the planting by where we was all running up. It was just like, really? Like
it was really bad because you're going up the thing being like, let's get ready to race, and you just got the background.
Yeah, all the construction workers still going at it.
Yeah.
And it did still feel, you felt a lot less immersed, and I'm hoping it really doesn't happen for Hyperia. I'm really hoping it doesn't, because that will be so bad if it does.
Yeah, because what date are we on at the moment? The 19th?
It's the 19th.
Yeah, as we record this, so we've got over a month to go. So it's even not in a month, because a lot of people thought Nemesis wouldn't be open, but they managed to put it off.
Yeah, they did, but I feel like Hyperia's looking worse. It still does look like a construction site. But they've done the test run, so hopefully I'll have enough time to test. It's just a case of the aesthetics of it now, making sure it looks pretty for the opening day. But fingers crossed, we never know. So
yeah, exactly.
Well, one thing I have about Hyperia, with the layout we've got, for some reason I'm just not really feeling that non-inverting Immelman. I keep looking at it, and I just feel like it's just not gonna be that good. I think the outbound turn, I think everything else is gonna be pretty good. That Immelman, I just feel like it looks really weird, and you're not gonna get much force on it.
Well, there's one an icon, isn't there? Kind of a non-inverting Immelman loop, and like that part of the ride, I'm not really a big fan of that element at all. So I don't know why they put one on Hyperia, but you know, I think the first drop, I think the main ones that I'm excited for is probably the main drop, and for some reason that outbank curve at the back.
Yeah, I'm the same.
The non-element, just don't know.
I feel like they could have done something better there. 100%. I mean,
could have done.
It looks like they were trying to go for bits of airtime at the top of it, but it just still looks like there's not going to be any airtime. It looks like it's going to be quite a dull section of the ride. There isn't going to be that much going for it.
Yeah, something I was hoping for, a bit like on Icon when you have that, is it a barrel roll or corkscrew you go over? I think it's like a barrel roll. I'd like to have one more of them at the end before you go into the station. That would have probably been a bit better. But
like a high-speed inversion.
Yeah, high speed, just going straight over to really feel like you're coming out of your seat.
Yeah, 100%. It's. I'm hoping it's going to be better than what it looks like. Obviously, it's going to run a bit faster, but I don't think it's going to run that much faster. It's going to make a big difference with how it looks like you're going to get the airtime. So it really don't look like you're going to get that much, and it's slightly concerning. I'm not going to lie. Thinking that you're going to queue for long and you're going to go over that. And it's going to sort of, because it is after the drop is the first element you get to, and it looks like it's going to set the pace for it. And if that you go around that slow, I think you're going to not find it the best, which is mental, seeing as it's the tallest coaster in the UK, and we're still saying it's not quick enough for us. But it might be it might feel different when you're on there. I'm hoping it will.
Yeah.
Because if you think, the ride itself is quite big, like footprint wise. So we might just be the fact that we're looking at the whole footprint at once and not the size of small we're going to be when we're actually on it, but I don't know, I really ain't sure.
Is it me? Well, so when I was looking at it in the store queue, I know obviously it's the tall coaster, but I was like looking at it, I was like, why does it not look that tall? Because I remember you really go past the big one at Blackpool, like, you're like, bloody hell, that is a big ride. But looking in the queue from the store, I was like, it doesn't really look that tall. But like, I think when you're on there, you're gonna be like, holy
you're gonna feel
crap.
it.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
think,
exactly. Especially at night.
I think because maybe of how steep it is. But it depends what angle you look at. If you look at it from the bottom of the lift hill, it looks really tall. But if you look at it from
it does.
like from Source Q line, I thought the same. I was like, it doesn't look as tall as what it does from the bottom of the lift hill. So I think
I
don't know. It might just be because the drop, you can't really see the drop where it is hidden. That might remove a bit of it. Sort of, I don't know. There's not much support, so it kind of blends in more. I just think it's a bit of some of the elements they've put there are a bit of a questionable design of why they've done it.
Yeah, it does. And then I don't know if it's because of money was the reason why it's not a long coaster. Because they've said, haven't they, the reason why there's not enough theming is because it was the last project before Nick Varney left Merlin, so that's the reason why there wasn't enough money. Whereas with Scott O'Neill, I think it is, he will want to put in more themed attractions in. For example, like World of Jumanji, that's a fantastic themed land. And Mandromania is a very good themed coaster as well. So yeah, I'm hoping we get to see more sort of themed attractions like that, because especially with the rumour of who's coming to the UK, be interesting to see.
Yeah, it will be, because Universal will go all the way with theming, and then think if it opens in 2030, when we go there, we'll see this incredibly themed lands, and then we'll look back at Hyperia and go, I'm not feeling it. You don't get immersed. Yeah, you'll be on top of the rise. You can see it going. Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
but
you can see the back end of it.
It will be like that, and especially with how well they've done on Nemesis. I feel like that the theming aspect is really going to be a big letdown, because the difference theming makes is mental. You proper feel immersed when you're on a good high themed ride. And then if you go on to something like Icon, which doesn't have much theming, it might be a bit disappointing, a bit not really what you're looking for.
Yeah, no, but we'll see. I mean, it'd be interesting to see the area itself when it's sort of fully completed, because I know they've got some rocks and plants and stuff, but I know they said it's more stylised and themed, but it'd be interesting to see. 'Cause I think you've got the Swarm, that's a fantastic themed land. So are we taking a back step towards theming in Merlin Park?
That's not what it looks like. It feels like they kind of just went to B&Q and went, yeah, that'll do. Just chuck that there. Not really gone into. Well, if
have you got a shed, a metal shed? Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll do that one. Yeah, that'll do.
Let's chuck a roller coaster in there. Put a bit of gold paint on it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I'm hoping it will be a good experience.
Do you like KSI's Lamborghini song? Yeah, let's get the Lamborghini from that, and we'll style our trains like that. All right, okay,
that's
cool.
what we need playing when we go up the lift hill on all them speakers.
Lamborghini. I have to say though, speaking of music, I really like the soundtrack.
Yeah,
the good.
The soundtrack is good. I do like that. What do you prefer then, Nemesis Reborn soundtrack or Hyperia's soundtrack?
I do like probably Nemesis at the moment. I've not had the full soundtrack of Hyperia yet, but it'd be nice to see. Spotify, actually, no, Thorpe Park, if you're listening, can you please put your soundtracks on Spotify, please? I'd love that more than anything right now.
Yes.
Yeah, because the Nemesis Reborn is on my Spotify, and I've been listening to that quite a bit, so I'm paying more to that. Whereas if Hyperia's one does sort of obviously get a full soundtrack on the CD or Spotify, then I probably would listen to that, and then probably actually get into that more as well.
Yeah, I'm 100% preferring Nemesis at the moment, but for a similar reason. We haven't heard the full soundtrack. I think hearing it in person with the ride going on might change my mind, but yeah, at the moment I'm definitely down for a Nemesis. So, got a question then. What do you think the queue times will be like on opening day?
5 to 6 hours. months at the moment. Yeah, I think it's gonna start. It's gonna go in terms of where it's gonna finish. Might be towards near Swarbies, maybe I don't know, but it's gonna be. It could be like Hagrid's when that was on the Tower and Hour queue and that opened. I reckon it might reach. It could reach that. We don't know yet, but
I'm guessing about a
yeah,
7-8 hour queue. Which, if you think
really,
you'll go on the first ride and then to get in a ride again for the day, you'd have to queue straight back up. You get one more ride and the
yeah,
park will be closed.
pretty much. Unless, yeah, exactly. We don't know how they're gonna open and close the day. We don't know yet, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to go back towards Swarm as well, which is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think Nemesis Reborn, that went all the way back towards the Runaway Mine Train. And that's a coaster that's already been running for the last 30 years.
yeah, it
This is
says a lot.
Yeah, this is a whole new attraction. This is going to be an extremely busy day. There's going to be so many people there, all coming to ride it. And yeah, I mean, are they sold out of tickets yet? Do you know? Do you know if they're fully sold out?
People have said that they have, but I've looked at my phone. You can still buy tickets, and the pre-books are still there. So I don't know. You can have a look if you want.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
yeah,
I
it will
think
be busy.
I think it's going to be busy, but it's just going to be full of enthusiasts, isn't it? See, with Nemesis Reborn opening, the shop queue, that queue was crazy. That
Oh
was,
yeah.
I mean, how big do you think Hyperia's shop queue is going to be? I mean, do you think it's going to be as long as Nemesis? Do you think it's going to be longer? Or do you think people are going to try and avoid the gift
We
shop?
haven't seen much of the merch yet, so to be honest, I'm not really that. So, the logo, obviously, what you got with the wings, I don't really like it that much. Uh, Not a big fan of it. I like obviously because Nemesis has obviously got the alien, and I'm a big sci-fi fan myself, so I like movies like Aliens. So there's something that would appeal to me more. Having wings on things, I'm just like, I don't know, you go into heaven or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. There is a backstory, but you have to go to the hotel and read it at the back of the toilet when you're having a shit. So I mean, that's great. Yeah, exactly. Be like, oh, that's what it means. But yeah, I don't know. We have until I see the merch, and we don't know much about the shop yet as well. If it's going to be themed, because the Nemesis shop is incredible. It
Yeah.
is a good shop. Like, it is a good shop. So that was what it was worth queuing for. I don't know if there'll be a queue for the Hyperia shop. There probably will be. Probably be like Denwick Gardens and Worldwide. They'll be straight in there.
Yeah, there will be a big queue, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that the queue for Nemesis was for the gift shop. I thought there was a whole separate attraction there. Because of the way that they done the queue line, I went up to try and walk in, and I was like, what's in here? And I was like, no, mate, this is for the gift shop. It's like, what? It was like a 2-hour queue for the gift shop. Like, they even had a
Yeah.
rat pass, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they got so big.
Like, there was a long queue for a mug.
Then they have had a rat pass queue 'cause
Yeah.
it's so long.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to have it for Hyperia.
And then it'd be, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see how they do the rat passes. So, I don't know if they're doing any fast track, but also as well, say Thorpe Park. Thank you for including a single rider queue.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, 100%,
Thank
massively.
you.
That is going to help so much for operations. I don't think it'll be as good and as worthwhile on opening day.
No,
But
no.
just for a normal day, if I want to go like on the Smiler, I'd never queue in the normal queue. I'm always on the single rider. You get straight on the ride. It's the best thing to do. It helps operations. They're sending the train regardless whether they have the train or not. Like if you're splitting up with your friends, 100% go on it. As long as you're happy to split up with
That's
it.
the thing. So if you've not done single rider queue, just do it. Because I saw a few months ago, no, last season I think it was, saw our queue single rider walk straight on it.
I didn't know there was a single
Oh.
rider on Saw.
The single rider I saw, so in terms of like Thorpe Park, if you've never been before, you've got a single rider on Walking Dead, saw Hyperia, and that opens, and then Stealth, I think there's still umming and ahhing as to whether to put on, but the thing is, if there's put on Stealth, where would it go?
Maybe just
'Cause
use
if
the
you've
queue for
got-
the fast
You
track.
can't really put it anywhere.
Like use the fast track queue, but as a single rider.
Yeah. Oh, because I think they do it on Samurai as well. Actually, if you want a single rider, you go with the disabled entrance, and then you say, "Oh, I'm a single rider," and they go,
Oh,
"Oh,
really?
okay, we'll just go in this one."
Yeah,
So,
I
that
didn't
was
know
quite
they'd done that. But yeah, single rider's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Guests are happier, makes better operations. You can jump straight on the ride as long as you're happy to split up with your friends. You can get so much more rides done. I never go to Smiler first because you can just jump straight onto the single
No.
rider queue. You ain't got a queue.
Absolutely. I wish they had more at Alton Towers. They used to have
Really?
loads. I think Nemesis had one at one point, so yeah, I would like one. And yeah, when I first went to Alton Towers, that Air I think had one. I think Nemesis had one. I think the Smile
Oh.
obviously's got one. I think even Region 13 had one. I might be wrong. Sorry if I quote me if I'm wrong, but yeah. More European theme parks do, like Fantasyland and Europa Park. Like Ultron's got a single ride queue, which is odd.
That's going to be a great ride.
Can't wait for that ride. I'm more excited for that than Hyperia. Sorry. Okay.
Are you going to opening of Ultron?
No, so it's next week. I'm away in Bordeaux. So literally, yeah, got announced that day. I was like, oh, congrats.
Typical.
But
Typical.
yeah, I'll be there at some point this year. I'll literally be there for a day if I have to, just to get on it. So good. It just
I'd love to go to Europa. I've never been, but I'd love to go.
It's a great park. Yeah, and it's a Mac park as well. And obviously, Thorpe Park are now doing a partnership with Mac Rides now. So yeah, if you like Hyperia, definitely go to Europa Park because they are lots of great rides.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good day. It's just the same thing with the theming. I mean, in terms of general public, I think I'm not sure if they're going to be turned away by it because of it just being lap bars. And a lot of people with the lap bars, a lot of the GP don't think it's safe. Obviously, it's completely safe.
Yeah.
But the experience you're going to get from the lap bar is going to be mental. But will it turn away the GP?
It depends as well. And then look, a lot of people, like I said earlier, are going to go, "Oh, is that it?" This Swarm is now obviously like a really popular coaster, but when it first opened, it wasn't very well received because a lot of people said it was very short. And then now, obviously, 12, 14 years later, we're having the same issue again, aren't we? So hopefully GPs will obviously love it, and I think people should just put their minds at ease. Lap bars are safe, guys.
100%
Don't
safe.
worry, they are safe. Yeah, exactly. You know, you've got a load of rides like Wicker Man. That's got one. But Luke doesn't have a seat. What does it? And I know other rides at Blackpool don't have seat belts, apart from the big one because you get frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. But yeah, I think general public should just give it a go.
Yeah, 100%. It's gonna be a good ride. I mean, it's unique, but it is also uniquely shit at the same time. Hopefully, it will be half decent. I mean, that's the thing. Thorpe Park. There's just all of them are just so short, and everything there is like Nemesis Inferno is pretty short, but the only sort of half decent long ride they've got there is The Walking Dead. And that's a dead IP. They should have just kept it as X.
And the best ride there is obviously Ghost Train, bear in mind.
Now, Ghost Train is shit. I come off the Ghost Train.
It's been good this year, though. It has been good this year, Ghost Train. It's been very good, I think.
I'd done it once last year, and I come off thinking it was like a GCSE driver performance. It was really bad.
You should give it a go this year. And I've said that I think people know this by now, but the fake shops are on.
That was the best bit. That was the best bit of the Ghost Train. They've removed the only half decent part of it.
It was in the Darren Brown version of the ride, but I think with the Ghost, I didn't really like it, so I'm kind of glad it's gone. So yeah, but if you've not done it this year, give it a go. I think you would actually like it a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Why not give it a go? But I say that, I don't think I'm going to be giving it a go, but...
No, exactly.
But, yeah, give Hyperia a go.
Yeah, exactly. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it and just keep your head up. Don't look down. Just keep your head up.
Yeah. If we take a look, though, at the trains, I mean, obviously, we briefly said about the design of the trains, but if you look, there's nothing on the floor. There's literally nothing there. It's not going to be like Colossus, where you have to sort of try and climb through, in and out. It's just a flat floor. If for short people, like for Dan, it's be like, it's going to be like a floorless coaster. You're going to be dangling your feet about.
Because I like Colossus, but at the same time, I'm like,
I
feel like I'm going to do this at some point and hit my head.
I'm the same. I'm the exact same.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to put a bit of edge to people as well, having kind of your legs dangling out as well, because people obviously get a bit scared with like Nemesis when your legs are just dangling around, don't
Yeah.
they? So it's going to be the same thing. But I quite like that. It's kind of having it's not flawless, but you're going to be at a certain height so that you can see everything as well.
Yeah. The question is though, what do you think you prefer, the front row or the back row?
Probably the back row because you're going to get whipped up on that back
Yeah.
row. Front row will be good for the view. Well, if there is views of some sort.
You can view the construction site.
Yeah, view the structure, you can view, them lovely tin
Yeah.
sheds, and you think, oh, Mum, you know what I want to go do next year? Grand Designs
Yeah.
live next year.
Here at
Um,
Thorpe Park.
yeah, they're going to do a little showcase, and Philip McLeod, the absolute goats. Why isn't he not been called a sir yet? He's going to be there. Kevin, he's going to be there going, oh, good job, guys, Thorpe. This is a fantastic design. Tune in next week. We'll be at Alton Towers.
They'll be redoing Rita.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good ride. It'll just be very busy opening day. I mean, what time are you getting there for then? Because we know that a minifigure you was a bit late. Will it be the same for Hyperia?
Yeah, I don't blame me. Just blame trains. I don't know yet. Probably 6, 7. I think I'm meant to be. I need to message you actually. Sorry, Rob, if I put you on the stop, but I think I might meant to be staying with you, but this might be wrong. So I'll just be going whenever Danny and the boys are going. So I think we're aiming for 6 or 7. I think that's the same sort of time as I got for Nemesis, and that generally did work out in my favour. So, that's sort of the time. I know what time you're getting. You're getting at 4,
Yeah, I'm
right?
hoping for about 4, half 4.
Basically, Daisy's going to be at 4, and then she's going to basically get a chair that you probably take to Glastonbury, and that's what she's getting.
I've bought a little collapsible stool. Hopefully it'll fit in my backpack, so I ain't got to stand.
She's probably going to take the same stool I'm going to take to move to Glastonbury. If there's a band I don't like, I can just sit down and have a beer. I think that's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, pretty much. I got we went to Legoland. You go on their social medias, you can see me running. Yeah, and now you're gonna go on Thorpe Park and you're gonna see me sitting on a stool.
I love that video so much. It's so funny.
They done me so dirty.
Yes.
They done me really dirty in that.
I think Tom Cruise is calling and he wants you in the next Mission Impossible as his runner. So,
just on double.
Tom, if you're watching, we are available. we may not be physically fit, but we can run. That's
yeah, had a coaster in the end, we'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. Mission Impossible 9, the roller coaster of doom, something like that, and he has to have a fight on a roller coaster.
The only thing is that because I'm getting there so early, I'm gonna get to miss out on McDonald's breakfast. That's the only thing.
I don't know. I don't really like McDonald's breakfast.
I might just have to get it delivered. I wonder if they do delivery that early in the morning.
If you give me a generous donation, we might sort something out.
Bring a McDonald's breakfast to me sitting there stressed out because I've been there for 2 hours on a stool.
Yeah, maybe we'll sort out. If not, just bring some food with you,
man. I'm gonna have to bring some snacks.
Bring some you bring some Cocoa Pops and
yeah, the whole lot. Just bring my kitchen with me.
Yeah, basically do that.
So that's what I'm hoping for. But I think it's going to be a great day. It's just going to be a very busy one. Lots of queuing. If you're not a fan of queuing, you picked the wrong day to go.
Yeah, because I do a lot of gigs and festivals, so I'm used to being on my feet all day. So, I mean, Nemesis opening day was just like a walk in the park for me, but I do feel like people are going to struggle. So, definitely
bring a stool.
Bring a stool, bring some friends with you, bring some games for your phone and stuff, because you're going to be waiting a long time.
Yeah, you will be.
Yeah. Bring some beers.
Yeah.
If you're in the park.
Yeah, it will be the busy. My question, I'm just going to feel bad for the GP. The GP that choose the worst day in the world to go to Thorpe Park. Because they're going to stroll in at maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, expecting maybe sort of 10 minutes wait in on queues, and they're going to go in and see 20,000 enthusiasts queuing up for Hyperia.
Those people who think that's going to be that wait.
Yeah.
Shut up.
They don't know what they've got coming to them.
No, exactly.
But so, what do you think the merch is going to be like? Because there's going to be a lot obviously they've got building a whole full gift shops. It's going to be full of mainly Hyperia merch.
I'm not really a fan of the logo. Not really. I prefer like the Nemesis stuff,
Yeah.
like this branding and stuff, because I like obviously movies like Alien and stuff like that. I like science fiction stuff. Whereas with gods, Greek goddesses going to the sky, I don't really know what the story is. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're not
If
feeling
you
it as much.
No, if you're probably going to go to the hotel and see the backstory there, and the themed rooms while having a massive dump, then you'll be up to date.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna be nothing compared to Nemesis. I mean, that merch is probably some of the best merch I've seen. And
It's incredible, and the shop is just fantastic. The way the lights go off and stuff like that.
It's gonna be a bit whole like the theming for Hyperia. I think budget cuts. It's just gonna scream budget cuts, which is not really what you want for such a big attraction, being the UK's tallest and fastest. One thing I have is it gonna be the fastest? They're saying 81 mile per hour. That's with stealth being 80. I'm like, if that only hits 80 or 79 mile an hour, that's not going to be the fastest.
Stealth the big ones is quick. It's quite quick as well, isn't it? Back down that drop, it's pretty quick. But yeah, we'll find out. So when it was running down I know a lot of people said, Hyperia looks slow on the test run. It's like, yeah, because it's testing.
It's test run.
Yeah.
It went slow up the lift hill.
Yeah, God. They need to make it slower so then you can take in the views and you get a longer ride.
Yeah. Or just sort of make us go through the brake run even slower, just so we say it's a bit of a longer experience.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think we'll find it when we get on there. It may feel quick. Then the things with back rides, they are very smooth rides. Like they're not rough at all. So
I did notice that with Icon, it was extreme, and the same with Storm Chaser as well. That was really smooth.
Storm Chaser was very good. Blue Fire is one of my favourite rides at Thorpe Park, and that's a very smooth ride for the age it is showing as well. It's just incredible.
Yeah, Mac are doing really good things, so hopefully more good things start to come with Hyperia.
Mac product. Sorry, that was my Mac expression.
Well, hopefully that if they do a good job, they can start to work more with Merlin and maybe bring a good attraction to some other Merlin parks, as Merlin do own sort of quite a lot of parks in the UK.
Well, yeah, exactly. And then the thing is as well, with the whole idea of Europa Park, they prototype the rides at their own park, and then if people like companies like that kind of style of ride, then they'll purchase that style and then it'll be going into their park.
Maybe even for Universal, Mac might start working with See, Universal are working with Mac at the moment. Like, imagine that. That would be great. But obviously, with this being Mac's tallest and fastest coaster, I don't know if it's going to make any difficulties for them. I'm hoping not. They do seem to know what they're doing, but I mean, it's their tallest coaster. Do you think that will cause any difficulties with its operations?
Well, it could be like a big one situation where if it's too windy, they can't run the ride. And like we've obviously seen in the past few weeks, we've had very high winds, especially at Thorpe. And if you've been to Thorpe on a windy day, you know you're not going to get on any rides.
Yeah, it will rides will close, which we did see when we went.
Yeah, we did. Unfortunately, I've been 4 or 5 times, and most of the times I've been, the rides have had to close. So I think Hyperia is going to probably struggle more because of the height of it as well. So
yeah, it will definitely struggle a lot.
It will.
So, the true question for you then: do you think it will flop, or will it be a hit?
I think it will be a hit because I think the general public will turn in their thousands for it, and I think people will be queuing a long time for it. And I hope it is a big hit for Thorpe because we've not had this is the biggest ride we've had at Thorpe in since Swarm. Ghost Train doesn't count. Sorry, guys.
No, it definitely doesn't. Definitely doesn't.
So yeah, it'll be. I hope it is a hit because like we've been waiting a long time for this, and being a Thorpe fan for many years, so I want them to succeed, and I think it will succeed for them, and they'll bring obviously European and American guests to the park as well. So yeah, I hope it's a hit. Although
there is some things I think they could have done better. 100%, they could have made the layout longer. They could have left out the garden shed accessories. They could have. There's a lot of things they could have done better, but I mean, with budget cuts considered, they did pick a good ride for. If that's exactly what their budget was, I think they could have done a lot worse. I mean, if we look at what the B&M Hyper that they got as a proposal, Hyperia is definitely better than that. So I think it is what it is. But the ride experience itself, I think, will be like nothing in the UK scene. Are you hyped for it though? Are you hyped for Hyperia?
If you want my honest opinion,
Honest opinions, no judgment.
If it was between Hyperia and another Mac ride, I would personally purchase flights to go to Europa Park and go ride Voltron. That's my honest opinion.
Ooh, that's going to be controversial.
But I mean, I will be there opening day. Don't get me wrong, I will be there, and obviously very excited to see everyone there. And I think once I eventually get on it, maybe the excitement will kick in. So I think with like rides that have opened on their opening day, generally I tend to get more excited when I'm actually sat down in the seat raring to go. And I think Hyperia will probably be the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see on the opening day. At the moment, not really.
Yeah, 100% agree. I'm hyped for it a lot. I think watching it be constructed and how quick it's gone up and being there, watching updates for the last few years, the hype for me is quite a lot. But it won't be nothing compared to opening day. Like opening day for Nemesis, the atmosphere there was incredible, and Hyperia is going to be even better, I think. Yeah. So 100%, it's going to be a great day. So yeah, and all the merch as well. Get in the merch.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yeah, I've got.
Thorpe, if you're listening, can we not have £100 hoodie like we did for Nemesis Reborn, please? That would be very kind. Thank you.
Yes, I did buy the £100 hoodie, but I had to. But I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. I'd like to thank you, Luke O'Neill, for being a guest on Will It Flop.
Pleasure. All pleasure's on mine.
Yeah, well, if you did like this video and you want to see more like this, I have got more in my Will It Flop series, so make sure you go give that a watch as we talk about all discussions in the UK theme parks. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified of any upcoming videos. And thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.